Hello everybody, it is American YouTuber Wattles here. I hope you're doing very well today, and you and I have a brand new mob to fear. There's a new strong guy in town, best mob in the game, easy hands down, and I've befriended one. I'd like you to take a look. Right here, look at this. It is the amazing, wonderful brown mushroom that will kill you. See, watch this. It killed me. No, but in all seriousness, the brown mushroom is in the game now, and today we'll be focusing on the brand new mob, as well as some other smaller changes from yesterday's snapshot, and just general things that you should probably know about. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe, and don't forget about those notifications so you can see what I upload as soon as I upload. So let's focus in on that brown mushroom for a little while. Here I am over in a buffet world that is a mushroom plains biome. Now take a look around and you'll notice absolutely no brown mushrooms. That is not a mistake at all. There is tons of red mushrooms and then brown mushrooms, but no brown mushroom cows. These cows won't be spawning in the wild, at least as of right now, which is the 19W08A snapshot. I'm sure eventually this will change, and we can probably expect to find these cows in this biome here, but right now that's not going to work. And if we were to go into the creative menu here and try to find a brown mushroom egg, that's not going to work either. There is no spawn egg for the brown mushroom as of right now. We still only have the red mushroom spawn egg. And this red mushroom spawn egg does not spawn brown mushrooms either. So how do you get the thing in your world, in the game? Well, we'll need to use commands to do that. To get the brown mushroom in your world, you'll need to use the summon command. This is the command right here at the bottom of the screen, but I will also paste it down in the description below. Boom, there we go, a brown mushroom. Now, the texture of this thing is changed, of course, to better fit the brown mushroom. Of course, we just have a change of color palette, though, in reality, because you can still see all of the exact same cow textures as always. Now, these things look absolutely terrifying. A little bit like an alien or something, but I suppose the red mushrooms aren't too normal looking themselves either. A little creepy looking. If you do use the pick block button on the brown mushroom, you will just get a red mushroom spawn egg. Now, these mushrooms aren't technically called a red mushroom, but I'm sure that's what they'll be referred to as from here on out, and possibly even renamed to. So, in short, these are both just normal mushrooms technically. This one is just brown looking, and this one is just red looking, but still both called mushrooms. Cut. I'm breaking in here. It's literally actually a day later now. I'm re-editing this in because it has been discovered by u/boundary breaker on Reddit that you can get these brown mushrooms in survival. So I have a channeling trident right here, and then if I go ahead and throw said trident at a red mushroom, so you can get brown mushrooms by converting red mushrooms over with lightning. That's really cool, and just another reason as to why these mobs are so amazing. And I'm not sure why I'm grabbing the trident each time, but yeah. So really interesting, something unlike all other mobs. And if you're wondering, you hit these mobs again with lightning and they're gone, they're dead. So no just like switching around, you can literally turn them. So maybe they won't spawn, I'm not too sure. Just keep in mind that this clip was added in like much later, so some stuff might not make as much sense. Yep. Now, I've got to be honest with you, I lied in the beginning. The mushroom did not kill me. I used fancy commands to kill myself, and yeah. These cows don't do anything different than the normal cow, or really the normal plain old red mushroom. Now, let's talk about the drops of these things, because there's really actually nothing new at all. These new brown mushrooms can drop leather, beef, or cooked beef if you decide to kill that mushroom with some sort of fire. And just like the normal red mushrooms, you can shear the brown mushrooms for some brown mushrooms. But, of course, like always, you won't be able to convert the cow back to a brown or a red mushroom. So if you do that, just kind of be ready to be done with that whole mushroom stuff altogether. So here we go. Killed the brown one with a normal sword, and we have a beef. And then with a fire aspect sword, we will get cooked beef. And we got lucky this time and got some leather as well. So overall, no changes to the loot table at all. Now, I'd like to come back in here a few hours later and amend something I said in the video. I said there isn't anything different about the red mushroom when compared to the brown one. Well, that's actually not quite true. Thanks to u/SirBenet on the Minecraft subreddit, it has been discovered that you can get suspicious stew from these brown mushrooms. So we feed the mushroom a flower, and then we use the bowl on the mushroom to get the stew. And then, of course, we can drink or eat or consume the stew in some way and get a fancy secret effect. But this whole function seems a little buggy. You can feed the cow in creative mode, but you cannot collect any stew from the cow. And sometimes I can't even eat the stew, as we just kind of saw a moment ago. I was trying, but I couldn't. And by the looks of things, there may be a few other secret features as well. I'll try and update the description and a pinned comment as those things kind of come into the public. But back to the video. Again, here's the command, and a big shout out to Olivia from the Discord server for making me aware of this change. I completely missed it in the snapshot video, and it is my guess that this was that secret feature that Adrian was talking about on the changelog yesterday, the brown mushroom. These things are just really cool, and if you can remember a few weeks back, I made a video about these guys in my 1.14 rumored feature video, and yeah, just really cool to see these guys actually come into the game and not just be some meme on Twitter between Kojo, Max, and whoever else. They are real now, and that's really cool. I'm sure we'll see a little more functionality and fleshing out of these things in the future snapshots. And again, if the 1.14 update wasn't already known as the update that adds in old, long-time requested features, well, this is another reason why it should be known as that. So that's a whole lot about the brown mushroom, but it's about time to move on to some other new things that have changed or been fixed in yesterday's snapshot. And we're going to start off with the wonderful polished or smooth quartz block. Like, just wow. Finally. So if you're a little confused about this, it's understandable. The smooth quartz block has been in the game for a while, but it has never had the correct texture. This is the texture we have always been looking for. This texture is the one that has always existed on the smooth quartz block. I've got to say, I'm very excited and glad that I won't have to use the bottom of a stair to get the smooth quartz block texture now. It's just so much better. I absolutely love this smooth quartz texture. I think this might be one of my favorite looking blocks in the game. I don't know what it is, but this block just really stands out to me. Like, it's so sharp and clean looking and just tons of good things to say about it. So like Izuma, and then I'm sure many other players, I am so happy about this fix. This is just huge and an absolute game changer in terms of building for me. This might even become my favorite quartz variant, but I don't know. I really do like the pillars and the chiseled quartz. Horse armor has a brand new look. Now, as I'm sure you know, and I'm sure you've heard, leather horse armor is new to Java. It came yesterday, but the other horse armors have been redesigned by, I'm sure, our great, wonderful friend, Jappa. Jappa has been talking about texture stuff again on Twitter, so definitely, check that out if you're into it. So we'll try on the different horse armors. Here is the plain leather armor, just to show you, and then we'll swap out for the iron armor. The thing about the iron armor that I love is the dark saddle. I love that black and red look. That's so cool looking. But moving on to the gold horse armor, which actually might be my favorite because it just looks so elegant. On this one, we have a maroon saddle, some black, and then, of course, gold. Now, finally, we have the interesting looking diamond horse armor. Now, I wonder if this texture is going to change, but a yellow saddle and then tons of shiny blue diamonds all over our wonderful horse friend. A really interesting texture, though. I don't know. It just stands out so much, like specifically the diamond one. I don't know though. It's cool. It's fine. It is what it is. I don't really mind it that much. The evil skeleton horse and then the unused zombie horse now have brand new textures as well. And man, I have to say, Jappa has done some nice work with the zombie horse. I think the ribs on the side, the evil green texture, just it's no joke, no doubt about it, a zombie horse that you don't want to hang around. Now, the zombie horse doesn't really have a use in game, and the revamping of the texture makes me wonder. Maybe one day do we get a use for this horse? I sure would love to see this in survival, but not at the moment. I'm not going to go over every single little texture change in yesterday's snapshot, but I do believe we have a brand new looking emerald block, and if that is the case, I like it. I think it looks good, the pattern is cool, and this is what I would imagine an emerald block should look like. Tons of structure, a little bit of shine. Finally, one that I'm really excited about is the wonderful new looking stained glass. Look at this glass, it's so much clearer. It got the same treatment as the clear glass did, and yeah, just overall a million trillion times over better. It just looks so good. Now, my favorites are still the clear glass, the light gray, or the black, but I can't even say anything bad about it. I don't even know what to say about it in general, but just really nice looking. I love it. Yes, I'd love to see connected textures, but to my understanding, that is not all up to Jappa. That's a little bit more technical than just making textures. So, but new glass, and it looks amazing. And a few more minor changes. There has been a small change to the poisonous potato look, I believe. It's so subtle that I'm not even sure. And then I sent out a tweet on Twitter asking if anybody else knows of anything else to let me know, and Ender Stranger replied with gold armor. So I think the gold armor has a little bit more detail in here than it did before, but I can't be 100% sure because, again, it's such a subtle change. And then thanks to thinking, we have this wonderful snow texture. Look at that. The block completely changes, and it's very noticeable when you plant or put the snow on this block. So big change there. Really different. Lots of dirt moving around. And overall, I think it looks nice. I like it. The snow looks really smooth. And thank you to thinking, for letting me know about this on Twitter. And then one final change for today comes in the form of another new loading thing. So if we go into options and the resource packs and then, I don't know, throw one on. It could be any of them. We'll put this one on and then say done. We have this. So instead of just the game kind of freezing up for a moment, a loading bar actually, and then we fade back into whatever we're doing. A similar thing happens when you reload the game textures. But what do you think? What are your thoughts on the brown mushroom or any of this stuff in general? I am absolutely thrilled that the brown mushroom made its way in, and no joke, I am actually genuinely very happy and excited about it. But that's just about all I have to tell you about today. Now, I have a really exciting video coming up that I've seen a lot of people request, and then also a Dangercraft tour, so keep your eyes out for that, because the server has a lot of cool things going on, and it's definitely about time that I show that off. If you're planning on starting up a server, definitely use code WATTLES with CubedHost for 25% off your first month. Down in the description below, you'll find tons of links to my things, like my Twitter, my Patreon, my Discord, my subreddit that I keep forgetting about. So, check those out. Definitely for sure. My name is Wattles. I hope you enjoyed. That is a little bit more of the 19W08 snapshot and the brown mushroom. Thanks for watching. Goodbye, everybody.